This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Friday, September 29th, 2023. I'm Kate Sharon. A period startup that originated in central Indiana is finally launching its product on Saturday after going viral on social media more than a year and a half earlier. Sunny, which has developed a menstrual cup with a reusable tampon-style applicator, was created by co-founders Drew Jarvis and Cindy Bellardo, who say the product creates an eco-friendly alternative to tampons. Jarvis said the support for Sunny has grown since the video was posted, despite taking so long to begin fulfilling pre-orders.
Initially launched pre-orders and initially went viral. We've just been trying to build out our supply chain, go through the manufacturing process, make sure we're meeting all the regulatory requirements. But we've still seen a lot of support from our customers, and people are just getting more and more excited.
Since going viral with a pair of videos on TikTok explaining the product in April 2022, Sunny has received more than 20,000 pre-orders ahead of this weekend's launch. Evansville Mayor Lloyd Wienecke has his next step in place after leaving office at the end of the year. The three-term mayor is set to become the next CEO of the Evansville Regional Economic Partnership, or EREP, beginning in January. Wienecke will succeed Tara Barney, who in July announced she would retire from the role in 2024. The organization said in a news release that Wienecke is, quote, uniquely positioned to lead EREP into the next era of economic growth and innovation. Indiana's three ports are estimated to generate $8.7 billion each year in the economy, as well as support 49,000 jobs. Those jobs supported are tied to $3.5 billion in annual wages. The ports pay $526 million in taxes each year, with $213 million heading to local governments. Portage's Burns Harbor is responsible for $4.6 billion of the annual impact, which is greatly supported by the area's steel industry. Jeffersonville generates $2.48 billion, with Mount Vernon following with $1.6 billion. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Get ready, Northeast Indiana. We're headed your way. IBJ Media, Inside Indiana Business, and the Indiana Economic Development Corporation invite you to the second annual Engage Northeast Indiana event, presented by CareSource, Indiana University, and Old National Bank. Tuesday, October 10th at the Grand Wayne Center. We'll be diving into talent, education, and other issues shaping the regional economy. You can find more at ibj.com/engage.
The United Auto Workers Union says its 2-week strike against Detroit automakers will spread to 7,000 more workers at a Ford plant in Chicago and a General Motors assembly factory near Lansing, Michigan. IIB's Alex Brown has more.
Union President Shawn Fain told workers on a video appearance today that negotiations haven't broken down, but Ford and GM have refused to make meaningful progress. Jeep maker Stellantis was spared from the third round of strikes. Stellantis, he said, made significant progress moments before the Facebook Live broadcast by agreeing to unspecified cost of living pay raises, the right to not cross a picket line, and the right to strike over plant closures. In a note to workers today, GM manufacturing chief Gerald Johnson wrote that calling more strikes, quote, is just for the headlines, not real progress, end quote. The company said it has not yet received a counteroffer from union leaders to an economic proposal it made on September 21st. The union has vowed to hit automakers harder if it does not receive what it calls substantially improved contract offers as part of an unprecedented simultaneous labor campaign against all three Detroit automakers. Additional walkouts began at noon today. Alex Brown, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Officials at Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology broke ground Thursday on a new $30 million residence hall. The new residence hall is being built across from Speed Residence Hall in space currently used for parking. President Robert Coons.
We'd like to continue to have some modest growth, not significant, but some modest growth. And more students are requesting to live on campus their entire 4 years.
The hall is expected to house about 160 students among its 4 floors and will also feature student lounges, kitchenettes, and study spaces on each floor. The project comes following an application season where Rose-Hulman saw a record number of prospective students seeking to attend the institute. Officials in a news release this week say they believe the residence hall will help accommodate first-year students, as Rose-Hulman reports near record enrollment numbers overall. The institute's enrollment has grown to nearly 2,250 students. Indianapolis-based tech startup Overfuel Incorporated, which launched last year with a platform for auto dealers, says it expects to become profitable next month, in part thanks to its recent acquisition of a competitor. Overfuel has acquired Washington State-based 321 Ignition, which was founded in 2018. The deal closed October 17th. Overfuel declined to provide details on financial terms. The combined company now has about 25 employees, including 15 who joined the company as a result of the acquisition. Overfuel's platform allows independent auto dealers, typically used car dealers, to improve the customer experience on the dealership's website, while also giving the dealers access to more data and analytics about those customers. University of St. Francis officials announced this week that the university will add men's and women's bowling to its athletic offerings in the 2024-25 school year. The USF team will compete in the NAIA and Crossroads League. Competition is expected to begin next fall. Christian Anderson, co-founder and partner at High Alpha, is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Kate Sharon for Inside Indiana Business, Radio on Demand.